Welcome to I Struggle podcast with me, Mona Brun. On today's episode, I'm talking to Katie Arathoon. Katie is a confidence and mindset coach. And on today's podcast, we're talking about her journey from being an anxious person to finding her confidence through many difficulties. We're going to answer the question about courage and confidence and what is more important. She also tells me how to start working with her and how to stop sabotaging yourself and see your worth, and how to switch your thinking and start noticing little things in your life. We also touch a bit about social media and how it can affect your life and your own image, and how to not take things personally from other people. Because sometimes when other people see you, your friends or even your family members, when they see you, they see your growth, they can't really recognize you anymore. You become something dangerous in that way to them. And some people might try to, bring you down and stay in the line with them. So we also mentioned how to open new doors and start new, different chapters in your life, and how it does attract your tribe, and how to never feel alone of doing that. I'm very happy and very grateful that you're again here with me today, and I know for sure that you will enjoy this episode so much. Thank you for listening. So we can start from introducing yourself, who you are and what you're doing.
Yes, so my name is Katie Arathoon. I am obviously the founder / person behind the Happiness Firm, and I am a confidence and mindset coach. So I work with women to increase their confidence in order to improve their life across many different aspects, such as career, business, relationships. Like for me, confidence is at the heart. So yeah, I love confidence.
Perfect. We do all of confidence. What is your why you started doing it?
Started because I'd always struggled with anxiety for the past 10 years. I just never found myself being confident in myself. I never liked myself. I struggled in a few different ways with my anxiety, which meant that I kind of missed out on doing different things that I wanted to, growing up, because fear got in the way. And yeah, I started going through some, different careers, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and nothing stuck. Like nothing kind of brought out that passion in me. I enjoyed organizing and doing different things and working with different people. I just could never put two and two together and go, right, what is my heart job? I'm really passionate about that. I think the amount of hours we spend working in a week in our lives, I wanted to find something where I could help other people, but obviously feel energized from that myself and know that I was doing good. Normal corporate jobs just didn't set me alight. And then it was kind of at the start of the pandemic. I kind of was like, I'm going to take this as a sign. And I think a lot of us did. Like,
I did it. So I was like, perfect time to maybe start working on yourself, Mona. Why not?
Yes. Absolutely. I was like, this is the time, if there's ever a time where the world shuts down and you've got to look inwardly, this is it. So I was like, let's make the most out of this opportunity. And I did a few online courses and was just trying to find something that stuck. And then I found coaching, and it was life coaching that I found. And I was like, this is brilliant, but there's something great, but I need something else. It needs to be slightly different. And so I kind of realized through having a coach of my own and just researching and looking into it and looking at myself, that confidence was what I wanted to help people with and what I could help people with. Because in the past I've been scared to call myself confident, and I'd only been building up my own confidence from scratch so many times. But I knew that this was what I wanted to do, and it's been the best decision that I've made.
Definitely. I think that on the journey, we need something to click with us, because we try different things, but it does not feel right. And then there's one thing that comes up and it's like, boom, oh my God, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm really passionate about. And that's absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. And it's extremely difficult for the people. I struggled with anxiety as well in the last few years. And when you're anxious and you try to work on yourself and you try to be confident, it's not the easiest things to do. Like it takes a lot. It really takes a lot. And I think that people that went through that, they know, but it's so difficult to deliver that message for people that never struggled with any mental disorders to have that understanding on how difficult it is to sometimes get up from bed and just to, basic things. So well done, girl. Well done.
No, thank you. I just want to encourage other people to do the same, because it's such a scary journey, isn't it? And when
Oh
you're by yourself,
yes. Yeah.
and at the
Yeah.
start of my journey, a lot of people around me, they didn't know what it was. My
Hmm.
family hadn't had that experience. So I think the loneliness and showing that it's
Oh.
normal, not weird, is such a big thing, isn't it?
I remember feeling extremely lonely. Even though you're surrounded by so many people, you feel extremely lonely. That's why it's important to speak up. I really liked your yesterday's post on Instagram about anxiety, because
Thank you.
even though you stand in your power just now, we
Yeah.
still will have those moments when we feel anxious, because that's a natural part of human being. But it's just different management with those emotions. You can understand yourself a little bit more just now and know what to do and how to soothe yourself and how to listen to yourself. So
It's not an
that's
overnight fix. I think a lot of people want it
no,
to be. We want
no,
to be
absolutely not.
transformed into this new
Yeah.
person, but it's a
Mm-hmm.
journey. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I'm at a brilliant place with myself and my mindset and everything. But I think it's so important to acknowledge that I have I call them little like road bumps.
Mm-hmm.
Little
Yeah.
hurdles,
Yeah.
those foggier
Mm-hmm.
days that might be more difficult. And the best thing to do on those days is to talk about it and push
Mm-hmm.
yourself and
Mm-hmm.
say, I'm doing the best that I can, and that's totally enough.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
thank you.
It's really important that you talk about it as a coach. Like you don't put yourself on pedestal being like, "Oh,
Mm,
I'm good. Like I'm perfect just now. I don't have to work on anything else." Like what is anxiety? You're your true self. You're a
yeah,
human as well.
that's one
Uh,
of my pet peeves.
what what
When
is
people
what
don't.
is more important in your opinion, courage or confidence in life?
Courage and confidence. I think they go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's the cop out answer, because I think you've got to have the courage to keep going and to be strong, because I mean, at the end of the day, we only have ourselves throughout our
Yeah.
whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to depend on ourselves, and having that courage, even when people don't think they're being brave, they are. Like you said, just getting out of bed and facing the world some
Mm-hmm.
days,
Mm-hmm.
that takes courage. And so I think the courage I can't speak. The courage encourages the confidence. We accept that we are being courageous and we are being brave, and then that leads to the journey of being a confident person. And yeah, I think acknowledging that we are being brave is so important, and kind of going, I am doing really good today. That was
Mm-hmm.
really hard, and saying, okay, I've got to step forward. If that makes sense.
How do you start working with new clients which are trying to be more courageous and confident? Like, what's the first step that usually you do with them?
Yeah, so I have like an online form where I
Mm-hmm.
ask different questions, like if you can change anything about your life, what would you change? If you could wave a magic wand, what are you struggling with the most? And kind of identify, because confidence is such a broad spectrum. It's a niche
Yeah.
within
Mm-hmm.
coaching, but it is a
Mm-hmm.
huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
And some people want to work more on their relationships, like I say, or their just in general life. I have a lot of people that come to me just going, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I break it down, and kind of we do a big chat in a session, the first session, and I say, right, let's talk about this. And you can generally sense from the conversation what people are struggling with most.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, okay, right, we'll target that first. And then we work through it, because they have a knock-on effect.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got a message from a client yesterday, and she said, because for me it's all about self-awareness, and she
Yeah.
said, I was thinking about it, and I think this is what I'm doing, and I'm getting anxious in a social situation, and I'm doing this, and I want to work on this, and this. And she was like, whoa, I don't know where that came from. Like, and she apologized. I went, no, like, this is brilliant. This is what I mean, this
Yes. Yes.
self-awareness.
Uh-huh.
I'm there to kind of like be that just that non-biased, it's like a partnership, it's like a friendship, kind of like I'm support, but my clients do the work themselves, if that makes sense. I just encourage them along the journey. And by being self-aware, like this client has been, she's able to be boosting her own confidence and achieving things in her lives and combating those negative thoughts that were just automatic. A bit off topic, but yeah, it's kind of going through everyone's journey. It's so personal, and just figuring out where everyone's at and kind of going, okay, let's work from here. I didn't want to be too niche within confidence, not for the moment anyway, just because I want to help, as many people as I can.
Is there any time frame for your clients, or when they feel ready, they just stop working with you? How does it work?
Yeah, so when I first started, I thought, right, I'm just going to do 12 weeks, 12-week course, because that's, it's 3 months, weekly sessions, brilliant. Like that's such a good base time frame, because it's about having that weekly conversation to kind of, and they have access to me in between by message, to kind of build it. And I want them to create a good rhythm. And although maybe after session 3, they're like, I'm actually feeling really good, there's going to be inevitable setbacks, so there's going to be things come up that they don't realize and they want to work on. So that was my initial offering, but then obviously it's a bit of a pricey choice to make. It's quite a pricey option, and I was realizing that a lot of people, although they want to invest in their confidence, they couldn't commit for that long, and it is a long time, So I now offer a month-long sort of membership, and after that you can decide to keep going, kind of renew it monthly, or I've just had someone ask if she could have one session a month to just keep her on track, because I do believe it's about flexibility, and I know a lot of other coaching niches, I think it is really important to do that full 12 weeks, and I do have clients that do that, but I think when we're feeling uncertain in ourselves and we struggle to invest in ourselves and know that we're worth it, that's where I've realized it's really important to be flexible.
Yeah, it's, confidence is one thing, then there is another thing, which is worthiness, then believing in yourself, then, we tend to self-sabotage, we tend to compare ourselves to other people, especially on social media. We see those perfect bodies, perfect lives, and we feel like we will never reach that. And that puts us really down. Like, I used to do that. Like, I used to follow people that like only showed the best of their life. People don't show their struggles. People don't show their moments when they doubt themselves. And I think it's really difficult to start believing in yourself at the beginning. What practices people can do to start believing? Just, believing how worthy they are, that they are enough. What would you recommend?
I think you're totally right. We talk ourselves out of being happy, I think, too often. So I would say the first thing is to catch yourself when a negative thought comes into your head. Like I say, so when you get dressed in the morning and you put clothes on and you say you're about to go out the door or something, do you look at yourself and go like, yes, I can do this. I'm going to smash the day. I look great. Or do you say, oh, I look a little bit frumpy, or I'm not feeling great today, I'm having a bad hair day? And it's those little thoughts that you when you start to notice them, you catch yourself and you go, I say to people, let's just catch that and then reverse it and flip that thought and go, no, I look great today. I can achieve it. I can get through today. I'm nervous, but that's okay, or something like that. And you flip it, because when we become aware of the negative thoughts as they come in, we can stop them quicker and quicker. And once you start to change how you speak to yourself and say, no, I'm great, I'm lovely, whatever you want to say, and, affirm those positive thoughts instead, that's when we start to take those first steps towards believing in ourselves, I think.
Yesterday I sat down because I'm going through some really beautiful and magical time in my life, and I sat down and I thought, oh my God, all of those moments, they pass by so quick. Like, how am I going to stop it? And I started panicking, and I immediately felt sad. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sad that it's already in the past. And then I was like, pause, hold on. There's still many more to come. And I was like, I'm so proud of myself that I did it, because little achievements, yay! Because if I wouldn't stop there, I would have another negative thought, and another negative thought, and that creates another uncomfortable emotions for no reason, absolutely no reason. So self-awareness is definitely a key, because we
Mm.
can I find it really difficult sometimes when there's one thought and I'm not aware